What's up, everyone? Just wanted to come here real quick and talk about what I think is going to be the future of development in gaming. Now, this is just my thoughts, but I think AI is going to impact gaming more than any other medium, simply because of the technical aspect of gaming. Most of those things are mundane tasks that can be taken over by AI, unlike, say, film or whatever, where it's mostly creative. Even though you do have a technical aspect to it, it's mostly devices. So, with that being the case, AI is going to disrupt gaming the most. Right now, people are kind of quiet about it. They're not really expressing truly the magnitude that AI is going to have on gaming, which is fine. It makes sense. Stock prices, all that stuff. Like, you got to play the game. So the elites of the gaming space are not going to really sound the alarm until, it reaches a point where they just can't help but sound the alarm. But I was also having a thought. This is going to change drastically how games are made. And now with so many layoffs, you've seen the news with Fortnite, 1,000 employees. That's Epic's laying off 1,000 employees. That's wild. And I think now gaming is going to enter into a more athletic space. What I mean by that is all these people are going to have to sign contracts, like time sensitive contracts. For instance, let's say you work for a company, you're making a game. Well, the contract will stipulate that you only have to make this game, or maybe two games, or maybe one game, and if it does well, you do another game. Same way, you make a movie. You're not guaranteed to be working. After the first film, if it flops, and everyone understands that. No one's like, oh no, they laid off yada yada. It's like, no, you're on a contract. And that's how I think gaming has to move. More in the athletic space, more in the film space. Of it's one and done. We're here, bing bang boom. Did it make money? Did it be successful? All right, now we're on to the next one. Now we're gonna do the next project because we can. So that's where I think the space is gonna go. Personally speaking, other than that, I can't see it, sustaining the same rigmarole that it's been sustaining so far. Like, you can't just pretend like you're going to the office every day. Well, I work for this gaming company. No, you work for an entertainment company. And entertainment, it's here today, gone tomorrow. You got to live what is the expression? You got to live by the seat of your pants or whatever. You gotta you gotta expect the unexpected. And the reason why gaming wasn't really in the same space as, say, film or whatever, because filming, it is a whirlwind. You start, you go somewhere, you bada boom, bada bing, bada ba. It's only 2 3 months, maybe 6 months of work, unless you're like Dave Cameron. Sorry, James Cameron. Apologies, he's never gonna see this, so it doesn't matter. Creating the next CGI nightmare for people to feast on. Honestly, Avatar 3, what was that? But yeah, gaming needs to change. It needs to change. It needs to understand that AI has disrupted it the most. It used to be kind of like an office thing. You used to go there, you have your day's work, you do your little mundane little tasks, because that's mostly what it is for the most part during the whole 10-year cycle or however long games are made. And then you peace out, you bounce, you go home, you be with your whatever family if you have one, or your cat, who cares, and you do it all again the next day. It was very office in that say, very rigid, very, you know stable. But that's no longer the case. AI is forcing games to enter the whirlwind space. The woo, here we go. We're only in it for like 2 3 months. Hold on to the seat of your pants. There you go. And and then it's over. And did it do well? X Y Z. On to the next. And that's why I think gaming itself has been signaling, the gaming industry, that Expedition 33 is the model. You get your team, you get your cohorts, you come together, you huddle around, you make a plan, and then you execute. And then if it succeeds, it succeeds. If it doesn't, good luck next time. You know what I mean? So it's interesting. It really is interesting because we are entering a new space for gaming, and it's going to be the biggest change in all of in the entertainment industry. Bigger than music, bigger than film, bigger than book writing or whatever. Book writing. So it is going to be the biggest change simply because the technical aspect, which used to make up, say, like 50% of making a game, is technical. You got to make sure that you are able to get the code, the programming right. And all of that was mundane tasks, bug checks, quality assurance. And that's still going to be there, but it's going to be done so much faster that it might as well just be full on creative, you know? So yeah, I'm excited. I think it's going to be awesome to see the change that is going to be made in the gaming space. The old days are gone. It's no longer just an office. Oh, honey, I'm off to work. Well, what did you do today? I spent 5 hours making sure the trees are in the right place. Or whatever, you know what I mean? Those days are gone. They're gone. Like, I hope you had fun, nerds, doing that stuff, but they're gone. And AI is going to take it away, and AI is going to make sure that it's going to turn the gaming industry into a whirlwind. It's going to be like film, like, you get your team, rah, and off you go. So, yeah, that's just my opinion, my thoughts on the things. And let me know what you guys think. Do you think gaming is going to be the most affected by AI? And what do you think this new industry is going to look like? Is it going to be more athletic with contracts? And here you go. This is brum. We're going to do this one and done, and we'll see how we do the next time, which of course does have its own problems because then people can demand higher prices, higher money, and all of a sudden you're gonna have to treat these employees as people with respect and stuff like that. And crazy. But yeah, that might just be the case. So yeah, all right, that was nice. Talk to you guys later. Peace.